Late because I'm still cooking me a Polish sausage. I'm hungry. Come on. Had to feed the dog. But and the documentary's still on. I didn't realize that it was gonna be this long. Like the documentary is like just as long as the dog movie. See, it's still on in the background. So, but I'm about to turn this off and we're gonna get into this doggone movie of Wendy Williams. Let me tell y'all, it was good. As soon as I get my Polish sausage off the grill, as soon as I get my Polish sausage off the George Swimming grill, we go up into the room with some better light. And who I got in the room with me, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? Did y'all watch the movie first of all? Let me know if you watched the Wendy Williams movie. Nobody watched it? Everybody quiet? Nobody talking? Or am I just not seeing the chat? Let me go again. Okay, yeah, no, all right. All right, well, I watched the movie. I actually thought the movie was pretty damn good. This is probably one of the better Lifetime movies that I have seen. Oh, Treese watched it. All right, cool. I was like, I got like 6 people in the room when nobody's saying nothing. Are you still watching the documentary right now, too? Hold on. I gotta get my Polish sausage off in some kind of way. And then we can go upstairs where it's actually light in the room and get some real stuff going. Am I on tired in the mud? Okay. So I wasn't even sure people were gonna come on because it was still on. Because I didn't realize the damn documentary was gonna be 2 hours long. I was like, shoot, you know, after they did the Salt and Pepper movie last week, the little talk afterwards was 30 minutes. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna get 30 minutes of Wendy right afterwards. Way better than that Salt and Pepper movie. Tons better. And even though they went through Wendy like fast in the mud. Let me say that. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to burn my Polish sausage. I gotta have mine burnt like it's on the grill. Like it's on the real grill. And then we can go upstairs and talk. Oh, maybe I can turn some light on in the kitchen or something. Get some better light. So, one of my most shocking things that I've seen was the Eric B relationship. I was like, Eric B, she had a whole relationship with him. Not just sex, because you know, Wendy slept with a lot of people in the industry. But she had a whole damn relationship with him. And hey T Randy, what's going on? Did you watch the Wendy Williams movie? You still watching the documentary? I think it's like, it's still a whole nother hour left for that documentary. It goes off at 12. I can't sit up and watch it that long. I know I look a mess right now. Hold on, let me see if I can set y'all up somewhere real quick while I fix my sandwich. Cool, I can set it right there. So I get my sandwich done. And I got to get my cheese and all that stuff on there. Get my potato salad on the plate. I know it's like 11 o'clock at night. Okay, I was going to record the documentary, but if you didn't know, at midnight, Lifetime is going to show up all over again. They're going to be running that movie all day tomorrow. All day. Feel like I'm missing something. I had a plate. Where'd my plate go? My plate over there. I got to take y'all with me because I ain't got no pants on. So, don't want y'all seeing me in my undies on camera. All right, here we go. Do my food. My plate clean? My plate ain't clean. I think I burnt my sausage enough. So, yeah. Alright. Got my Polish sausage good and burnt. We can do some things now. We can do some things. It's hot though. So yeah, because one, I don't want to do a review on the movie. So I figured I'd come on here live. We chit chat about it for a little bit. Get y'all opinions on it. I know a lot of people that was watching the movie were not Wendy William supporters. It was like, I can't stand Wendy, but I'm watching it anyway. You really like her. You just don't want to admit to people that you like her. The Michelle A movie? Was the Michelle A movie on Lifetime? I tried to watch it on Netflix. And I couldn't watch it because they took the music out. What do you think of the movie?
It was much better than that.
Salt and Pepper movie is what you said. It's a lot better than Salt and Pepper movie.
But well, it was a lot of those things about her I didn't know. So
I didn't know she was messing around with Eric B.
me either.
Wait a minute.
Like see a lot of things.
It was rushed. It was Paula Sasha. Oh, you gonna play that? Oh. It was really rushed for real. Yeah, that's for sure. Okay, your shirt longer than my shirt. Can you get the Miracle Whip for me?
I can
and
get
the potato
it.
salad.
It's longer, but
But I can stay like this. I can block you.
look, but I'm probably.
I was surprised about. Well, it was Eric B. Because I was like, first I thought it was Big Daddy Kane. I was like, is she not sleeping with Big Daddy Kane? Is she? Oh, I look a mess. Thank you. I was like, I know she's not sleeping with Big Daddy Kane. Then they said Eric B. I was like,
yeah,
what?
that threw me off too.
What? I said, no, you mean Rakim, right? You mean Rakim? No, Eric B. For a whole year.
This you or me?
That's me. You got a taco piece or something like
Well,
that.
hell, it looked the same.
I got chicken and pineapples.
I got chicken on mine.
And pineapples? And
I
red
don't know
pepper?
about
Oh, you got the red peppers, though. Oh, you got
Yeah.
tomatoes.
I got a bunch of shit on here. that
Hold on, y'all.
I wouldn't have never had on there.
Oh, you didn't bring the potato salad?
Oh, you said potato?
Yeah, potato salad, please. I'm trying to, like, keep the refrigerator locked.
Up eating at 11 o'clock at night.
Ain't none of us got no pants, so. Hold on. I gotta wash my hands after I touch my hair too.
Wait. You ain't supposed to tell them.
I mean, I gotta tell people why.
Why you blocking me? My booty.
Hold on. But I'm blocking myself too.
My booty ain't like yours. It don't hang out. I mean, it don't show. Mine flat. So mine ain't gonna show up. You don't show up and show
I
out.
had scheduled this live stream at 11, not knowing that the doggone show was still going on.
Damn it, he
ate it. What did he
yeah, he ate it. My meat.
All right, got my potatoes out to go with my polar sausage link. All right.
The question is again, why is we eating?
All right, can you put this up for me? I appreciate it. All right, y'all, we finna go to my office.
Yeah.
They need a fork.
He been outside.
Yeah, I just let him out. I let him out. All right, hold on. I need the other hand. We gonna go upstairs, and then I'm gonna do this like civilized. We gonna be a little bit more civilized.
You know everybody was walking around the road.
Most people know that I record without no pants on. Most. Okay. All right. Got me some water. We going up the steps in my house. These the steps that I fell down and broke my damn toe. Y'all see I'm moving around a lot better. Hold on. Go back down. Down. Can't come in here. Dog always trying to follow me. All right. Now get my big old head, everything. Let me sit down. I'll get this situated. Y'all some real ones. We heard now. Microphone. Two turntables and a microphone. That was a lot of. The hell? This is why you're supposed to be prepared. And then the corner, I'm gonna put it right here. There we go. Bam! Y'all can hear me. And something ain't right. Still something ain't right. Does it look dirty? We finna get together. Alright, so the Wendy Williams movie. It started off with her in her parents' home. If you haven't watched it, your bad. But again, they're gonna be playing it over and over again. Am I gonna watch the Whitney Houston documentary? Lifetime has done like 1,000 documentaries on Whitney Houston. So I'm not sure. Because I need to start doing my regular reviews again. So that might not be something I watch tomorrow. I got to do The Barrier. I think I was going to do Lupin. I'm not sure. Then, you know, on Sundays, I watch my 90 Day Fiance. Hey, I'm faithful to 90 Day Fiance. Hey, Ken. I got something for you. But not something for you, but I think that I'm going to review Ken Cicely Tyson's book on this channel for you. Or at least for me. But I ain't sure yet. What am I doing? I'm trying to go to my own damn live stream so I can read y'all comments. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm hot. They need to let Whitney and her daughter rest. Yes, they keep doing documentaries on Whitney and her. I'm like, well, how many documentaries y'all gonna keep doing on her? What the hell is that? Close player. Open this up. Thank you. Turn the mic down. Bam. Thank you. Okay, hold it down. Alright, I hope y'all didn't see my buttocks when I stood up. So, this is it. I got the Sister Tyson book. I had ordered it the morning that she passed away, y'all. So, I just got it today. I was like, ugh. So, I'm thinking I might go through it. But, alright, I'm ready. I got my food. I hate to eat on camera, but I'm going to do it anyway because I'm hungry right now. I got a bad tooth. That same sound hit my damn tooth. Oh, Lord. So, we start off with Wendy's parents. The way Wendy in adulthood, like, revered her parents, like, really lifted them up, I was like, it confused me when I seen them on the doggone movie because her parents were assholes to me. I mean, I hate to say it. Rest in peace to both of them. But y'all, if her portrayal is accurate, and according to her brother and her sister, the portrayal is accurate of her parents, y'all treated her like shit. And then in the documentary part, they still was going on about her weight. Like, I know the actress Sierra Payton, who played Wendy Williams, she's a slender chick. So when they was on the scene about, yeah, I'm finna get lipo, I was like, girl, you like that big? But in real life, Wendy was a lot heavier. She still wasn't fat though, to me. She was a lot heavier. But I was like, they still dogging her out about her weight. And they thought they was cool about it. They reminded me of parents who were colorists. Yeah, both. I thought, wait a minute, did the father pass away too? I might be wrong about that one. Don't give me the line. And I don't want to put that in the atmosphere. Because y'all told me that some YouTuber put out there that Cicely Tyson had died 6 days ago. And she wasn't even dead yet. And then they put that out in the atmosphere. So I don't know. Let me correct myself. Hold on. Wendy Williams' daddy. Wendy Williams' father. Thomas Sr. I think he's still alive. Her father's still alive. Ooh, goodness. I don't know if y'all get the Lifetime app? Because I know you can see it on Lifetime's app. Hulu may have had it, but I don't know. You know, Australia be kind of funny sometimes. They block shows from us and we block shows with them. I've been trying to watch The Voice Australia forever, and I can't get a lot of the doggone episodes in America no more. And I used to. But I don't know. I thought the show was really good. Now I need a damn paper towel. Hold on. There's a paper towel over there. I ain't got my glasses on, so I can't see very good. Where's my paper towels? Hold that down. Oh, I found it. Hey, need paper towel. Out here making a doggone mess. Eating this sandwich. Ain't got nothing to dab my mouth with. Be having all kind of mayonnaise in the corners of my mouth. But yeah, her family, they reminded me of I'm a colorist. colorist people. Just in how they talked to her. Like I had an aunt. She's nice, nasty with it. That's how her parents. They were nice, nasty. Give her a compliment and call her fat at the same damn time. Hey Paula. On the Couch with Amy, I thought it was good. That was one of the first Lifetime movies in a long time that actually had me sitting on the edge of my seat. I think I missed a lot because I was tweeting so doggone much doing the whole doggone thing. I know I'm gonna have to watch it again. It was that good. They went through a lot of Wendy's life fast. It went through it fast. However, if you like paid attention to some of her conversations, she kind of gave you she gave you a rundown of it. In the first 15 minutes, they talked about her obesity, her bulimia. Is that having Miss Much on The Voice in the last 2 seasons? I used to love the Voice Australia. I used to love, oh my goodness. The X Factor Australia I loved. But I used to watch it on Daily Motion, but they don't put it up there no more. Oh. Yeah, Wendy was talking to her daddy on the phone. He wasn't even paying attention to her. But like, okay, so they went through her childhood obesity. They went through bulimia. They went through the fact that she didn't have any friends. Most people didn't like her, and this is from childhood up to adulthood. She never really had real true friends. For some reason, she had a confidence about herself that I wasn't sure where it came from, but they talked about she was raped by an artist. Who y'all think that artist is? We gonna already put it out there. This is alleged. I think it's Tony Terry. And the only reason why I think it's Tony Terry, because of the way she said the name, the fake name, and the actor looked so much like Tony Terry used to. Now I don't want to put that on Tony Terry because I liked him. You know, I got married to his song, When I'm With You. But that's who, and he was hot. He was number 1 on the charts at that time. So that's the only reason it's making me think Tony Terry. But who y'all think it is? It's just, I wish you would have called him out though. I was like, air his ass out. I wish I knew the name of the person that raped me. I'd air him the fuck out. I sure would have. But I can't think of what other artist who was on the charts that was popular back then. Couldn't have been R. Kelly. Oh, I've heard that, Karan. Her interview with George Mathis. Yeah, he went on her too. I ain't sure which one was worse, the one that he with her or the one with Whitney. But yeah, I don't know which interview was the one with Judge Mathis tore into her ass too. But Whitney, I love the one with Whitney. Whitney's was kind of funny at the same time because people don't realize that Whitney was really hood. Whitney was like, she may not have grew up in the hood, but she had a hood mentality. Whitney gave no fucks. Then you had two crackheads together on the phone arguing with each other, allegedly. It ain't no legend. We all know that Whitney did coke, and we all know that Wendy did coke. Ain't no legend on that. You think Judge Mathis was worse than It's like he told her, hold on, I gotta put some moisture on my lips. I know it's late at night, but my lips are dry. I haven't had anything. I've been trying on different like glosses and stuff all day, so my lips are dried out because I've been rubbing the hell out of them. Whitney and Miss Wendy is always gonna go down in history. It's gonna go down in history. Then they ended it so polite. Thank you for having me, girl. Okay, girl. Yeah, you know I wouldn't hang up on you. Mariah hung up on her. Y'all know she had beef with R. Kelly. Because Wendy Williams is the one who aired out the R. Kelly pee on me story when he was peeing on the girls. Wendy was the one that aired it out. She didn't talk about her Bill Cosby fiasco. Her and Bill Cosby went at it. Her and Bill Cosby tried to get her fired too. So I'm surprised they didn't bring up Bill Cosby. They didn't bring up her and Tupac. Tupac hated her fucking guts. And she was the one who tried to expose the fact that Tupac supposedly raped a girl. They didn't bring none of that up. Wendy slept with Biggie. Somebody on Twitter was like, they wanted her to talk more about her sleeping with Method Man. I was like, Wendy slept with a whole lot of people. A whole lot of people in the audience. I mean, in the industry. So she sat there and talked about everybody she's had a one-night stand with. We'd be there all day. All fucking day. And I heard in her first book, Ask Wendy, she dropped names in that first book. I heard. I haven't read it. I didn't even know there was a book out there. But yeah, I heard she had dropped some names in there. But just following her career over the years, Wendy was sleeping with a whole lot of people. A whole lot of people. I didn't realize that Wendy was the one who aired out DJ Red Alert and Puffy being homosexual. I was like, y'all don't know it over there in Australia, baby. Get all the tea. Get all the tea. I'm sorry I'm eating on camera, but I'm hungry. They did Charlamagne wrong. The only actor, not even say the only actor, but the actor who looked the most not like that character, like the person they was portraying, was Charlamagne. Somebody said, why did they get a JB Smooth looking like to play Charlamagne? That was a horrible actor for Charlamagne. They gave him like 3 minutes of shine during the whole doggone movie too. Now the dude, Vinny, who I thought at first was Vinny, was Vincent Herbert, Tamar's husband. It wasn't. It was Vinny Brown. I didn't know who he was. I swear, when he pulled up, I thought that was Jadakiss. And I was like, oh man, Wendy finna do something with Jadakiss. I thought he was portraying Jadakiss, but it wasn't him. He was playing Vinny Brown. But he looked just like Jadakiss to me. And what I find funny though, the situation with Total, I remember hearing about Total was going up to the studio to jump on Wendy William. And a lot of people was like, yeah, Kevin had our back. I was like, Kevin intervened with the fight between women. You know what I'm saying? Let that shit go. You talk to Wendy, you get Wendy to safety, but you don't need to address these women, Kevin. With your Suge Knight looking ass. Kevin has always looked like Suge Knight to me. Or somebody probably uploaded to YouTube. It might show up on Wendy's channel. You know, Wendy got a channel, and then they might put parts of it up on there because Wendy did produce it. But yeah, I was watching the documentary afterwards, and Kima from Total, the way she told the story compared to how they told it on in the movie was way funnier. They was like, they rolled up, they tried to bum rush her, and out of nowhere came Kevin. The way they did it in the movie, they was just standing outside, arguing and screaming. A scale came out and was like, oh no, you ain't gotta go out there, just come on back in. But the way that they made it seem, Wendy was outside, and when she came outside, they hopped out the car and they went to go rush her. They should have did that. They should have had a better portrayal for Total for me. I forgot which one of the singers she was accusing of sleeping with Missy Elliott. I can't remember which one it was. It was one of the three girls, and that's what the whole little beef was about. But what was one of the most shocking things that y'all learned from the movie? For me, I think it was the parents and how they still treated her and her weight issue up until this day. And Wendy was like, I don't give a damn that my parents gave me mustard and tuna. Yeah, and it makes it sound nasty, but I add mustard to my tuna too. But I add like relish and, some salad dressing, I add all that stuff, the crab salad dressing. I add all that to my tuna and some eggs. So, I remember, this is sad that I don't know this. I remember Tupac being accused of rape,
but I think everything was dropped. Because the way that it was making it seem like he didn't rape her, that his friends did. Just like same thing that happened with Nate Parker. But I can't remember. I really don't remember. Probably because I try to block that out of my head, because I know I love me some Tupac. So I probably try to intentionally block that out of my head of what really happened. I don't know. I really don't even remember. I swear I don't. Okay, now you say that the fact that Wendy was on game the whole time, her mindset, like as far as like pushing forward, she was on that. And like even though that Kevin helped orchestrate her TV show, I think too that Wendy probably would have put herself on top of her own, because she was already a rising star before Kevin came into the picture. Oh my God, Amy. In the documentary afterwards, Wendy and her brother say they are the best of friends. That they knew each other's secrets. They were the ones in the family that was the tightest. So the fact that they having this beef right now is shocking to me. Like that's the part that's really shocking. A lot of the part of the movie where they claim that Wendy was sober, I don't believe that. You know, she got with Kevin. Kevin supposedly cleaned her up, and she stayed sober up until she found out he was cheating. I don't believe that. I think Wendy was always using. Oh my goodness, Karan, yes, the miscarriages, that shocked me too. I had heard of one miscarriage of hers, because she always talking about losing the baby right before little calf. But I didn't realize there was 3 different occasions. She had 2 actual miscarriages, according to the movie. And then the third one was a stillborn. The baby died inside her stomach. And she said each time she had to actually go through physically the actual birth of, like, you know, the labor and everything like that. Man, that was heartbreaking. I was teared up. Like, as a mother, as just as a woman, just hearing somebody have that many miscarriages, and then to be that far along, be 5 months, you feeling the baby's heartbeat right now. You really could know what the gender of the baby is at this point if you wanted to. The baby is moving around. Oh my God, and to lose 3 of them that way? Like I said, the movie said 3. In her documentary, she only mentioned 2 miscarriages, but the movie said it was 2 actual miscarriages, then the stillbirth. I couldn't. Kevin, look at, was a miracle baby. But she made Big Kev seem like a saint. The way that they portrayed him in this movie, she made him seem like a saint. And when you hear other people in the industry talk about him, he was still out here hustling and thugging. When she say he was a thug, he was like and people was like, "Kid thug." He was like the Suge Knight of New York. That's the type of person that Kevin was. All the way through her getting her TV show, he had never stopped that life. You say you glad he called him out on the show last week? He had to come in when they should be holding each other up. He's taking pleasure in bringing her down. I wonder what really sparked the drama between her and her brother, because they were supposed to be so connected to one another. Thank you so much. Hey. Say she did it first until he started cheating. I missed something, because I'll be talking fast. Which point you talking about? Yeah, it's ridiculous that her doctors didn't tell her about her service, but you know how we as black women, we deal with the medical profession. Like, we get shortchanged in when it comes to our health experiences. Like for me, for example, I just found out that I have uterine fibroids. I apparently have one, I guess. I didn't know what the fuck it was. But I didn't find out because my doctor informed me at the time. Like they didn't inform me when they found out. So I went into the doctor for ultrasound on my bladder. Because I told y'all when I was on these crutches, sometimes I wasn't making it to the bathroom. And I was trying to figure out why the hell I wasn't making it to the bathroom. It was like the vibration of the crutches hitting the floor or something like that. I didn't know what the hell was going on. So they checked my bladder. But nobody ever gave me the results of my ultrasound. I did this back at the beginning of January. So I called the other day and I was like, usually y'all send me a letter or something. I found out when I called, they had switched my damn doctor again. I didn't even know they had switched my doctor. But I go to the VA, so that's why my doctor just switched on its own. So, but I didn't know they had switched my doctor. I called him, and then the nurse was like, "Oh yeah, as far as your ultrasound goes, your bladder is fine, but you got a uterine fibroid. So if that's all, have a good day." And I was like, "Excuse me, what the fuck does that mean?" And she like, "Hey, love, Dolphin, hey, hugs." She was like, "I mean, you have a uterine fibroid." No, bitch, what does that mean? What does that mean? And then she repeated it. You have a uterine fibroid. What does that mean, and what we gonna do about it? So then she gonna tell me that that it's a tumor. It's just a benign tumor, and we gonna monitor it. Now, who monitoring? Because first of all, I didn't know what it was. Y'all didn't explain it to me. I didn't even realize I had it. I just happened to go do ultrasound on my bladder to find out I got uterine fucking fibroids. And like say, ain't nobody giving me no information. How the fuck are we monitoring? My first appointment about the fibroid is in the middle of March. The middle of March. And it ain't even a face-to-face. It's a phone call. Who monitoring what? But I said, but in America, a lot of black women, we get treated that way when it comes to medical. It's like they don't believe we have medical situations. They don't care about our health. We like the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to health care and getting adequate health care over here. Yeah, that first love. Wendy Williams, then and still now, is in love with Kevin. You cannot make me believe that woman that was still love that man. Because she just made him seem like just a saint. But like, yeah, like I said in the beginning, I think he helped her in a lot of ways. However, there was a lot of things about Kevin that she did not talk about in this movie because she wanted to continue to portray how supportive he was to her. Kevin, like I said, Kevin was like a fucking Suge Knight back in the day. He was like a Suge Knight, but she like downplayed that a lot just by saying, oh, he was a thug, he was still out there hustling. She really didn't get into his aggressive nature. If you watch part of the documentary, a couple of the guys, I think Arthur was talking about it, how people were straight scared of him on the streets. And like I've been with people like that, you know what I'm saying? Been with somebody who I think is the bee's knees. I told y'all before, if y'all been on my channel, the guy that I named my daughter after, I was in total fucking love with. He kidnapped and killed a few people. Matter of fact, when I met him, he killed somebody when I met him. But I was like, he don't do that to me. That nigga was a killer. He was a murderer, you know what I'm saying? But I felt like because he treated me okay, then it was fine. I kind of like ignored everything he was doing outside of us. A lot of people do that. And that's what I think Wendy did. Even with this movie, she was still doing it. Say sometimes our biggest protector is the one we need protected from. Let me repeat that again. Sometimes our biggest protector is the one we need protected from. Amen. Let's taste how good, by the way. Amen to that. So yeah, but because one of those shocking moments that got me is when she found out about the house in New Jersey. She went by the house. Now I'm gonna tell you, the glue of the mailbox, when she glued that mailbox together, I fell the fuck out. But Kevin had a history of leaving the garage open, so she was able to get into the house and saw that, you know, they had dogs and they had cars and all this kind of stuff, him and the mistress. When Wendy let that garage down and spray painted it, she spray painted it Wendy and Kevin forever. My first thought was, she gotta be still on cocaine in order for her to put that up there. This dude done cheated on you not once, but twice. And then come to find out that he been involved in this relationship for 16 damn years with this girl. And your response was to put on there Wendy and Kevin forever? No, man, Pam. No, man, Pam. I'm surprised she didn't do Angela Bassett from what was it? Waiting to Exhale, when she walked away, that motherfucker set fire on and flicked a big. It was with her money anyway. He had bought the house with her money. Set that bitch on fire. That's what I mean, I ain't saying that's the right thing to do. Don't go out and do this. This is real life. But in my mind, that's what I would have done. She spray painted Kevin and Wendy forever. Let me tell you, Sierra Payton played the hell out of Wendy Williams. She had her mannerism down, her voice down. The Halloween scare, the fall, she had that down. She played the heck out of her, baby. She almost made me want to go watch The Oval, because that's the original show that I remember her being on, was Tyler Perry's The Oval. She almost made me want to go watch that just because of how good she played Wendy Williams in this movie. They did good casting. Wendy said, "Y'all not finna mess up my movie. Y'all not finna." Even the guy who they had casted, I forgot his name. Amari is his first name. The guy they had casted as Kevin looked like him to the T. He looked damn near like that man. Like we got a clone and said, "Come on to the screen." She played, especially when she got heated and decided to argue with him. She channeled her, Wendy. She channeled her. Oh my goodness. Try to keep my mouth covered so y'all won't see me chewing. Now, initially when the movie first started out, she was narrating. You could tell the difference in the voices a little bit. She was trying to get that New Jersey accent, but it didn't come off as authentic. But in her role, when she wasn't narrating, she was killing Wendy. She had it down. And the only thing that I could say that she didn't probably match was that she had a little bit of booty that Wendy ain't got. So when she got her breast implants, she didn't totally look like the letter P, because Wendy is like a flat board back there. It's the only thing. She had a little bit more booty, and her booty ain't exactly big either, but she had a little bit more booty than Wendy did. That's the only thing that didn't match with me. But other than that, yeah, she got Wendy. That was good. She had her down. I was loving it. I'm gonna watch it again. That's how, like I said, because I was tweeting so doggone much. I was like, what did I miss? Like, supposedly there was a whole scene where Wendy was doing cocaine. That she had a whole crack pipe. Not a cocaine, a crack. She was doing crack. I was like, I missed the scene when Wendy was doing crack. Now, I know she's talked about cocaine a lot. She talked about that on her show, how much she did cocaine. And Wendy did talk about the fact that, on her show, she talked about the fact that she never went to rehab before. That she quit herself cold turkey. So that's why when all this shit was going down with Kevin, that's why it made her so nervous that she became dependent on the alcohol, because she had never really went through real counseling or real therapy for the drugs. And so she felt that she could have backslid, which I think she did. That's just my personal opinion. Saying, I'm so keen to see this. Yes, this is a good movie. I hope somebody could put it up there somewhere, that you could see it. Because it's worth it. It was worth it. But yeah, I didn't know about the crack pipe. And I missed that scene. So I got to go back and watch it again. The fact that her and Eric B was together for a whole year, and she got pregnant by him and had an abortion. So that makes 4 pregnancies for Wendy. Is that right? Yeah. The abortion with Eric B. No. The abortion with Eric B. The 2 miscarriages of stillborn, and then look here, that'd be 5 children. 5 times that Wendy been pregnant. But like I want to say it was a scene. It was a couple scenes. I know when she was talking to the doctor, and there was one other scene that she was just, I think probably one of the radio execs that she was talking to. Wendy went through a whole slew of her life in that conversation. Like with the doctor, she was like, so you trying to tell me that I done been through, I don't know how many doctors, I done did cocaine. I done did this. She went through a whole list of things that she's gone through in her life, all the different people that she's dated or went through her life, the HIV scare, whatever. All that she said within 10 seconds covered so much of her life that we didn't actually see play out on the movie. But like, oh, that's what I was saying. I forgot what I was at the beginning of the movie. Just the first 15 minutes. But like I said, the sexual assault happened. The first 15 minutes gave us about 20 different things that happened to her. 20 different things. I was like, it was moving. This should have been like the new edition special for me. It should have been broke down to 3 days. You know, we needed some more. We needed to slow down. Judge Matthew said that she has 8 or something like that. Oh, wow. When he was roasting her, he said he was trying to keep count. Yeah, that was 5 that I recall. And she might have said another one to the doctor when she was just running through her history of what's been going on in her life. And now all of a sudden somebody telling her that she can't carry a baby. So, yeah. Wendy she been dipping and doing it for a long doggone time. Dipping and doing it, baby. She been dipping. I think she supposedly had an affair with LL Cool J. I might have to get the original book, the Ask Wendy book, because in the Ask Wendy book she supposedly dropped names. So, let me tell y'all, my Polish sausage and my potato salad. You know, so you feel inspired by Wendy. No cap. I had her like, because life isn't easy, but she did what she needed to do. This movie, I felt is a great inspiration. Just watching her show. A lot of people don't realize, people always say that Wendy always gossiping about everybody else, but she never really gave her business. If you watch Wendy's show, Wendy has always told her business. You probably just thought she was telling a joke. She would be subliminally putting in her life into the storylines. Just like when she was the radio host. When she came in and talked about her pregnancy, when she came in and talked about her divorce, or her first marriage breaking up. She skipped over their first marriage. It was so funny. She said she didn't even want to talk about that. It was a started marriage anyway. But on her talk show, I used to listen to her talk show. Wendy always put in bits and pieces of her life. The people were so into the gossip that she was sharing, they probably thought she was joking or wasn't telling the truth. But yeah, she and I think one of the things I thought people were saying that she is like the true definition of resilience and strength. Me, y'all know I got a twisted view. It's my twisted life. I don't necessarily call that resilience, because it was a mask. It was charade. She has always tried to live her life in a way to let people believe that she wasn't hurting. And that's a charade for me. I don't consider that being resilient. I mean, it's for her, it was a smart thing to do. It her pain motivated her. Like you wasn't gonna never let her sit. She wasn't gonna. She's a very emotional woman, but you wasn't gonna let her see. She wasn't gonna let you see her sweat. Put it that way. You would see her cry, but you wasn't gonna let her see her sweat. And but because she put on that front for so long, it's what caused her breakdown to be so dramatic, to be so heavy felt to her, because she had been trying to hold up this image of herself in everybody else's eyes. She was trying to please everybody else, trying to make everybody else look like wasn't nothing wrong with her. Like, I got this. That it eventually had her crumble, from the inside out. She just crumbled. So, I mean, I understand what they're saying about, you got all this bad shit happening to you and still you rise. I understand that in the interest of resilience, or trying to correlate resilience. I just didn't, just for me, the terminology just didn't work for me. I understand what they were saying, but like, that's the type of shit that put you in therapy. Like she's walking. She was a walking example of PTSD. People saw her push as like her being strong and being resilient. She was trauma walking, and people just didn't recognize it. Like that's why she didn't have no true friends. All the way up until the end of this movie, she kept saying her best friend is herself. She really didn't trust anybody for real because she knew people were really judging her from the outside. So she had this image that she's created, and people fell in love with. But inside, she was a really broken person. She's a really damaged person. If y'all get what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know I can be judgmental. Say, you think she's a warrior? Someone that finds the good and the bad, crumbles that rises. That's a good way to say it. That's a good way to say it. Yeah, cause whenever you get to see this movie, Amy, it give you a whole new perspective about Wendy Williams. Like, yeah, she's a gossiper. You know, she spilled the tea on everybody else, but she wasn't doing anything any different than the National Enquirer, the Star, TMZ, like they said, Howard Stern, and what else was out there at the time? Back in the day, we had the National Enquirer, we had the Insider, we had the Star. TMZ didn't exist back then, but you know, Howard Stern was on the radio. It was another TV show. It was like a talk show that people used to like get gossip shared, but we didn't have that for real in the black community. And when she came out and was willing to just like spread everybody tea, people loved her and hated her for it. I was all ears. Like, who did what? Who said what? I remember used to go to work back in that time frame. Actually, I was back at school too, and be talking about the gossip and shit. Just like I knew it, like I found it out, and I had just heard it on Wendy's show. I was like, "Girl, did you hear?" That's basically what a lot of YouTubers are doing right now. That's one of the crazy things that I talked about before on this channel. There's so many YouTubers out here that clown Wendy Williams. They can't stand her. She into many people's business. She really rude with it. She hit below the belt. Yada yada this. But y'all doing the same thing that she did. Matter of fact, y'all trying to be who the fuck she is. You know what I'm saying? So like, I just found it so hypocritical that a lot of YouTubers be out here just bashing her. And I'm like, you sitting here doing the same thing. Matter of fact, in your bashment of her, you're doing the exact same thing. I love it. Like me personally, I don't want to go out and expose nobody's dirt, but I'm damn sure gonna listen. You say life is so complex that you definitely can't even judge her. The movie humanized the fuck out of her. Yes, it did. It humanized her to me too. I've always enjoyed her. I mean, she would say some shit that had me looking at her crazy. She would say some shit that had me looking at her crazy every once in a while. But that's life. You ain't gonna like everything that everybody say. If people on this channel agree with everything that came out of my mouth, this channel would be so boring. I'd be so over y'all. I like the fact that we all have different viewpoints and we can express them to one another. You know, I mean, and sometimes it get heated, but we still respect the fact that somebody else got a different viewpoint or a different way of making a delivery. I ain't got nothing but respect for her. She is what half these damn YouTubers out here trying to be. Point blank period. They all trying to get their own TV show. Okay. I appreciate that. When I'm only wrong 2.3456% of the time. I always say that. But I try to be like, if I'm proven wrong and I know it, I'm not gonna keep coming over here trying to justify what I said the first time. I'm gonna look here. Okay, I fucked up. That was wrong. Or if I still like really stand in it, I'm gonna at least explain to you why I feel the way I do. But even with me just like saying it, I ain't trying to change your mind. We might have a conversation about it, but you feel how you feel, I feel how I feel. I'm not trying to convince you to think that what I'm saying is the right and the only way to think and feel about something, though. And so yeah, I didn't want to be. That's all Wendy did to me. She did the same thing that they do on The View, the same thing that they do on The Real, same thing they do on The Talk. They're talking about other people's business. They making their money, their existence off of other people's business. So you find her abrupt and honestly refreshing. Sometimes. Sometimes she just be talking. I mean, just sometimes she just put it out there, like, you know. I mean, and she colored it. I think for the way they portrayed it in the movie, a lot of times when Wendy actually was about to go in on you, you should have known that she's about to hit you in like where you didn't want to be hit. Is when she got real colorful. And she started making a lot of jokes around the whole situation, like what she did with what they showed in the movie about with DJ Red Alert. She was like, you know, I had this little magazine called The One Nut or something like that. I forgot what the heck it was called. And inside the magazine was such and such person. And then she went to DJ Red Alert, like, and who was that person, DJ Red Alert? At the same time, she was outing him. And she was like, because I told you he was part of the life. And he was like, nah, I ain't about that life. She was outing DJ Red Alert and outing Puffy in the same breath. Outing them both in the same breath. I was like, well. Yeah, I agree with that too. She talks to you like she does her show like she calling you up on the phone like, hey girl, hey, look what I heard. This is what I heard. But yeah, Wendy was I don't know. I enjoy her so much, for real. I don't watch her show right now because I don't like the whole C19 setup. It don't give me what I was. It don't get. I'm missing something. One thing I was tripping off of though. I can't remember his name. Why I can't remember his name? Her right hand man on the doggone show. What is his name? Norman. Who was Norman in the movie? Did they put him in the movie at all? Hey Sonya, hey, what's going on? Did they have Norman in the movie at all? Cause like the way that they had Scale, I was like, dog, Norman was with them this whole time, but Norman and Scale, they look alike. And Scale just kind of dropped off. Right, we saw Suzanne's husband. I was like, they didn't have Norman in the movie. I was so surprised by that. Because of anything, when she was in rehab, Norman the one who snuck her that phone. You better believe it. Had sent her that phone to that teddy bear or that cheetah. I bet you that was Norman. I'm so surprised he wasn't in the movie. Who else did they miss in the movie that I was surprised they missed? Well, she had said in the beginning that it used to be Norman and another guy when the show first started. I think I started watching Wendy William show when it was 2 seasons in. I think when her show started, where was I? I don't know where I was at, that I wasn't watching her show. I think probably just work. Because it came on like 10 o'clock in the morning and I was always at work. And that was before like I was really into YouTube or Daily Motion and things like that. Because I started watching all of her episodes on Daily Motions, all the ones I had missed before. Or I would catch them on YouTube. But I didn't start watching YouTube till 2014. Like a year before I started my channel is when I started watching YouTube. I was always like on Couch Tuner wasn't out then, but Daily Motion was out then. reality TV. I used to watch a lot of Australia shows on reality TV. Watch all the Biggest Loser on there. Blinks. It was another one. It wasn't Watch Series. It was something else. I used to watch a lot of other online TV to get, because I didn't have cable. I didn't get cable until we moved to the Florida in 2018. Like when I was we had illegal cable initially. My daughter was born in 98, so her daddy came and he went up the pole and he hooked us up some illegal cable in 1998. In 2001, I had a new neighbor move next door to my house, and he didn't know that we had illegal cable, so he called and got real cable cut on. My whole block got cut off because my Keena's daddy, he had cut on half my block's cable for free. Well, for a bag of weed, that's what he charged them. And so when this new guy moved in, he didn't know that everybody had to hook up. So when he came to get his cable cut on for real, the cable company saw that all these people's stuff was active and they shut all our shit down, locked our box and everything. So from 2002 up until 2018, I did not have cable. All the TV shows that I was watching, that I was reviewing, because I started doing reviews in 2016, 17, 2016, I started doing reviews. I was watching them through the internet. I didn't have cable at all. And yeah. It was a hilarious moment because everybody was on their front porch like, hey, your cable out? Your cable out? Yeah, mine out too. And that's how we found out. I called my baby daddy back over. He went back up the pole. And he was like, oh, it's locked. They got y'all. I'm eating a hot link that I burnt on my George Foreman grill. And I had some potato salad, but that's the last of it. That's it. I was still downstairs at the beginning of the live. I had to still cook my food, throw it on the grill. But it had to be like burnt like it was on the grill. I didn't get the perfect char on it, though. I only got char on it a little bit. But, you know what I'm saying? Sandwich was fire. My mama made her sandwich too. It's making me hungry too. What time is it in Australia right now? I wanted to move there once upon a time. I just didn't know where to move. But what other thing to say about the movie? So it's 4 p.m. We got to figure out some kind of way you can get this movie. Hey, it's a big time difference. It's just now midnight here. So y'all got like wow, you have a big time jump. So midnight, that's a 16-hour time difference. Wow. Didn't know that. Might have to give me an online boo in Australia or something like that. I love the Australian accents. It just does something to my soul. So, so we talked about, okay, so her relationship with her parents, how I say, you know, somewhat abusive is in regards to her weight, that she went through bulimia. And so, like, we didn't learn until the documentary that she actually had bulimia. Her brother spoke about the fact that he went to her room and caught her one time, and her room, like, would smell of vomit almost every night with her trying to throw up, you know. And then Wendy said that she was reading one of her, like, national choirs or something, and it was an actress out there whose teeth had got rotten from bulimia. Oh, I can't remember. Was that Lindsay Lohan? I don't remember what actress it was. I remember an actress, and they talked about the fact that her teeth had gotten rotten from doing all this throwing up, because the acid that comes up out of your stomach makes your teeth rotten. And so she said when that happened, she was like, no, I got to keep my teeth. So that's when she stopped, you know, making herself. But they didn't really talk about it in the movie, that she had bulimia. They just talked about, matter of fact, the way the movie made it seem was she lost all of her weight, or she was controlling her weight with cocaine. But like, so when she watched the documentary that came afterwards, she talked about the fact that she had bulimia for a long time. But when I want to say it was, when she went to go work in the islands, Was it St. Croix, if I'm not mistaken, when she went to go work in St. Croix? That's when she picked up her cocaine habit. It's still hard for me to believe that Kevin didn't use. But they said they know he was aware that she was using cocaine. He was aware of her crack habit or what have you, and he didn't care. I find it hard to believe that he didn't care. He probably used that vulnerability to get what he wanted from that relationship. Like, you had a whole affair with somebody for 16 years. What makes you stay in your marriage? He said he loved her. I mean, I believe that you can love more than one person at a time. But damn, that's 16. You in a whole nother relationship with this other woman for 16 years? Yeah, another Bobby Brown moment. Yeah, I just for some reason it didn't add up to me that Kevin would. First of all, most people I know that's in the drug game, which Kevin was supposed to be a part of, they use it in some kind of form or fashion. Most times. Yeah, she still loves him, trees. I believe. Man, I think she still do to this. It's hurt her heart to this day. But yeah, a lot of people I know that's in the drug game, they still using it in some form or fashion. Yeah, for him not to all these years with her, for her not. First of all, I don't know if it's just me. I can't date somebody that I know is heavily involved in drugs. She said that she used every day, and it was not a secret to him that she was using like that. Yeah, most of the closet user, and I'm like, I don't know if the fact that because she knew that she was using, because he knew she was using, and he didn't quote unquote judge her, or he stayed with her, is that why she felt so much love for him? But I don't think I could do it. I honestly, I don't know what made me think about this the other day. I was wondering, I was watching some TV show and the guy was clean. He had met this woman. He'd been clean for like 4 years. And he brought that up in their conversation. They talked about it. And it was just like a regular conversation. The conversation continued to flow. And I was sitting here thinking this whole time, I don't think I could do it. Because in my mind, I'm going to think that you're going to relapse. And I'm going to always think that you're going to relapse. Hey, love. How you doing? Hi. Did you watch the Wendy Williams movie, Love? It's on. Matter of fact, it's starting again right now on Lifetime. They're starting it all over again right now. But yeah, I don't think that I could, me knowingly, be with somebody I know that had a heavy drug problem, had heavy drug use, even if they have rehabbed from it. And I know we're supposed to give people, second chances and all that stuff like that. But growing up in a household where I had people using drugs on both sides and witnessing it, putting family members through rehab, and they come back out and they doing it again, getting stole from. My brain will always register that type of image. I will always have that in my head. So if you telling me that you are a recovered addict, unfortunately, I know this probably ain't the right thing to do, but unfortunately, my brain be like, I can't handle that. I can't be involved with you. I might be missing out on a good man, you know what I'm saying? Because I can't open myself up to allowing that person in my life, because I'm always think that they're gonna backslide. Or do y'all feel that same kind of way, or do you think that you have the type of I don't even know the term I want to use, that you have the openness to invite somebody into your heart that have been on drugs before, even if they are no longer there? You said, Kidnap said, you sounds bad, but if I could, you could if they were like Wendy showed herself to be. You nodding, having tantrums. It's not you nodding, having tantrums. She was functioning. I think that if I didn't know, it might be hard for me to leave a relationship once I found out, especially if emotions got attached. But yeah, I don't think I could just knowingly be into it, even with somebody that's high functioning. Say it makes it tricky, yeah. Say only if it started before you. Yeah, but my thing is like, even if they are clean, my brain, just because of how I was impacted in my life, my brain will always, I don't even know how. I probably need therapy to get me out of that mindset. It's just like for me, I ain't saying I'm better than nobody. I have never took a drink in my life. I have never done a drug in my life. I don't smoke weed. I don't smoke cigarettes. And I never wanted to, because I never wanted to be like the family members that I had growing up behind me. Yeah, I've never had wine. Like, I won't even do like mouthwash that has alcohol content in it, cough syrup that has alcohol content in it, because I'm afraid of how I may be if I lose control of myself. That's why y'all hear me talking about, oh, the doctor prescribed me this medication, I'm like, I ain't taking it. I don't like not being in control or feeling me have that physical change in my body when a substance breaks down in me. So you say the tree says the possible triggers could be scary to be worried if they may slip up. That's what it is. Hey, Miss Eve, hey girl, hey. Yeah, the trigger, just the possibility would trigger the freak out of me. That's the last of my sandwich. I'm gonna put my plate out the way. I don't want to knock it down, and I don't want to put it on top of Miss Cicely Tyson. Look. Stay there. Okay. So, yeah, I don't. But that's a good thought though, Ken Donna. Somebody that's high functioning. I think a high functioning person may trick me. Well, not necessarily trick me. May if I didn't know it, I could possibly be fooled. This was just smoking, but I had a boyfriend that smoked. I didn't know he smoked for like a year. Cause like he would always air freshen out his house or what have you. Before I came over, he did the mouthwash. He kept toothpaste in his pocket. So I never smelled the smoke on him for a whole year. He had me fooled. Cause I don't like to date smokers, because I don't like that smell. I feel suffocated. I get claustrophobic feeling when in a cloud of cigarette smoke. But I never knew. So like if it was somebody that was like that, they probably could get me if it's just like, huh? But and then like dealing with alcoholics, I've dated alcoholics, I've stuck around with alcoholics, and I think for me, somebody with a cocaine habit or a crack habit, a speedball, uppers, downers, whatever, what I think for me, I've seen people in a lot worse situations. So you just order pizza. I had that for dinner earlier. I've seen people in a lot worse situations on drugs than in alcoholism. So I don't know. I probably think I can give more of them a pass with alcohol, except for my last landlord. He was a pissy drunk. And I do mean pissy drunk. Like, he would be so drunk, he would pee on himself. And then he would try to, like, sleep with me. Like, my old man was like 70 something. He always thought he could get some of this little meat. That's what he used to always tell me. He was a disgusting old perverted man. But he would be pissy drunk. But even like when he wasn't pissing on himself, he drunk so much you could smell it. It was like coming out his pores. Even when he wasn't drinking, he smelled like he was drinking. So if I had met somebody like that, that's the complete turnoff. No. I mean, I could deal with casual drinkers. I could deal with casual weed smokers. So you can't deal with the drunks. Yeah. You can't deal with the drunks. So I don't know how, if Kevin really was not involved in drugs at all, how he was able to cope with Wendy. Because I don't know, for some reason Wendy Williams and Tommy from Power. They were probably, and probably our former president George W. Bush. Probably the only 3 people that I know of that had a cocaine habit that I didn't know. I couldn't tell. We're the only 3 people. Because other people I know growing up in the hood with me, when they was strung out, they was strung the fuck out. You could tell. Their skin tone got darker. They eye patterns was flip rapid all the doggone time. There was clear signs. But like when Wendy was still going through her stuff, and they start seeing it on TV, my first thought was like, she on drugs. That was my first thought. Say, then comes the buggy. That was my first thought, was that she was on drugs. When I started seeing all this stuff on TV, I was like, maybe they relapsed. Something happened. Yeah, I just understand because the boogie. But yeah, old George W. Our cocaine snorting former ex-president. Former and ex is the same thing, kind of, sort of. Yeah. And Tommy on Power, you know, Tommy had a cocaine habit that he could just turn off and on when he wanted to. I found it amazing because most people I know that uses drugs on a regular basis, it ain't that easy for them to just turn off. It ain't that easy for them to hide it either. It's an expensive habit to have. Always dippling and wiping your nose all the doggone time. You're a little bit paranoid. Say, is Power worth watching? Okay. Power had 6 seasons. The first 2 seasons of Power I thought was really good. Season 3 is where it started to go downhill. And then season 4 through 6 I thought was just pure trash. The writing got real sloppy. The storylines didn't make any sense. Not to mention those non-clicks. Oh, let's not mention those. So, let's say for Power, I mean, Power was better than Empire to me. Put it that way. But yeah, the first 2 seasons was really good because the first 2, like I told y'all before, I love criminals in my TV shows. I happen to love criminals. So the first 2 seasons, even though there was a love that was being explored, a lot of the drug interactions and the crime that was happening, that was the main focal point of the first 2 seasons. By season 3, it became more about Jamie's relationship with Angela, and then from that point on, everything that happened was all based off of Jamie's relationship with Angela. He wasn't making smart moves. I'm like, y'all supposed to be bosses. Y'all not like little duffel bag boys on the corner. Y'all dealing with, you know, cartels, you know what I'm saying? But y'all out here moving like y'all some little street corner thugs, and it just like, it really burned me up. And then the Courtney Kemp, one of the show producers, creators, she had a lot of falseness going on. So like one of the scenes, without sharing really what happened, if you watch the show, you probably know what I'm talking about. One of the scenes, a lawyer was sleeping with a guy. Okay, the other guy that she was sleeping with killed that man. Okay, now she's a lawyer. The guy you was sleeping with got killed by the other man that you was sleeping with, and they let you collect evidence and work on the case. First of all, a lawyer ain't collecting no evidence. That's what the police are for. If a lawyer try to collect evidence, they consider that you could be tampering with the evidence. You are violating discovery by you. She literally had a fucking fingerprint kit out here collecting evidence and blood samples over the man that just got killed. Not only did they just get killed, they got killed in your house. And it was like stuff like that. I was like, Courtney, girl, that ain't finna happen. And she would sit there and argue and debate with you about how right she was. Then there was the kids. Okay, the whole season, let me tell you. Season 1 through season 6 happened in a matter of 5 months. All 6 seasons was a 5-month period for the entire show. So the kids started out as 8-year-old twins. By the time season 6 came around, he was graduating and going to college. But it was still in the same 5 months. Courtney Kemp, she explained when people started talking about it, that she figured that instead of changing the actors and getting more, keeping kids young or something like that, or just elevating or pushing forward the timeline in the show, she figured that people wouldn't notice that these kids had grown up. So, you see, you got a show like that. It's an amazing, but the storyline of the governor of the prisoner becoming a prisoner in the same prison they ran with all the inmates that she chastised. That sound like Locked Up. On the TV show Locked Up. It's a Spanish show. Wentworth sound like that. Wentworth is like that too, but I know Locked Up is like that. She was one of the cops was like a brutal. She was brutal. She was like, they was killing folks type of brutal in this doggone prison. Okay, so I still gotta watch Wentworth. If you like Wentworth, find Locked Up on Netflix. You will love it. Oh my goodness. If you like that, yeah. Or it might be called Vis-a-Vis, Visavis, because it may still be in the actual Spanish name. It's called Locked Up here in America. And with one of the cops, she was killing folks in the prison. Then she helped a motherfucker escape. And then ended up getting locked up in the same prison that she was like running. And then it was a mess. I'm like, how's she doing that? How they gonna put you in the same prison that you just worked in? That didn't make no sense. Okay, I'm gonna have to check out Wentworth. Okay. I'm gonna have to check out Wentworth. My mama was watching it. She said it was good. So I don't know. That was my biggest problems with Power. And then it seemed like Jamie and Tommy and them, they were supposed to be like the head honchos, but they seem to be scared of everything. So I say, you got an exam? Man, Locked Up. When I first started watching Locked Up, I was sitting here saying, this is what Orange is the New Black should have been. That's how I felt about Locked Up. Now, again, it's in Spanish. You can put on like the English subtitles, but that's not me. I like to watch foreign TV in the language that come in. Okay, so Wentworth having the final season too. I hate that all these shows, these good shows, are ending. Look, if you don't let me make you miss your exam. No, don't. When your exam? Today's Saturday. Tomorrow, well, actually, it's technically Sunday now. Yeah, I stopped watching Orange is the New Black in like season 3. So when Locked Up came along, and I started watching Locked Up because of Money Heist. I told you I love criminal shows, so I love Money Heist. And the character named Nairobi, there was a Money Heist. I was like researching shows that she was in, and that's how I found Locked Up. And she's over in Locked Up, and she is a plum ass fool over there. She Locked Up is something else. It's something else. Hey Evan. Why Evan sound familiar? Yeah, Orange is the New Black had a lot. I think Orange is the New Black still going on, though, ain't it? A lot of people still like the show. After season 2, I was done. How you doing, Evan? How you doing? We was talking about the okay, oh, it's over. Okay. Yeah, check out Locked Up. It's Zalima. Matter of fact, Zalima was in Money Heist too. So if y'all was watching on my channel and I was reviewing Money Heist and I was talking about this pregnant cop that was crazy as a motherfucker, that's Zalima in Locked Up. So it's 2 characters from Locked Up that was on Money Heist. Money Heist is my show. They got one more season. Oh my God, it's ending too. My heart is hurting. It's over. So yeah. Anything else about the Wendy Williams movie? I still gotta watch the end of the documentary. Locked Up and Money Heist are both on Netflix. I got you watching Money Heist. I'm telling you, Money Heist is, I love it. Yeah, I told you I'm one of the people. When I first watched Money Heist, during the middle of the first episode, I stopped everything I was doing, went on Twitter, found their accounts, and tagged them and asked them if they needed a new team member because I was free. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be part of the team. Like everybody had like their own little names. It was Tokyo and Lisbon. I was St. Louis because that's what I was from. Oh, I love it. I love that doggone show. Hey Paula, what's going on? Look, like I told you, I'm finna start reviewing The Barrier because I started watching that, and then I looked up and I was on episode 3. I was like, oh my god, I didn't realize that this is that good, and it gives me. It's not the same storyline as The Handmaid's Tale, but I get that same emotion from watching that as I do in The Handmaid's Tale. It's actually a lot more action though than The Handmaid's Tale has. Handmaid's Tale is more drama. This show has a lot more action, and because like they are already in a revolution fighting back on this one. So I'm gonna start reviewing The Barrier. I love it. Yeah, I had asked about we talked briefly about the guy who raped Wendy Williams. I said that I thought that it sounded like Tony Terry to me, the R&B singer. One, because of the way he looked, the casting, that man looked almost like Tony Terry. He was on top of his game during that year. He had 2 hits out, and it just sounded like Tony Terry to me. And then like the fact that they gave him a double first name, I was like, who else was out back in the day that used 2 first names?